Here we see Eric over the rocks. He just looks far more relaxed than the rest of the guys in this particular class.
He's cool, calm, and collected. He's a veteran at this. He knows what to do. He knows what to expect. And, he was actually he helped develop that free ride bike with KTM. So you can just see that they're just gelling completely. It's just blitzing.
Would it be unfair to say that maybe he's, a Premiership footballer going down to sort of third division and trying to be a big fish in a small pond?
Yeah, maybe, but he's here for the fun of it too. He's not here to take anything away from anybody else. He's just for the enjoyment. Like a lot of the other guys in the hobby class, they're just here for the enjoyment to be part of this atmosphere. To have all these spectators screaming and shouting for them, and it's great for them.
Okay, perfect. Well, I understand we actually have an interview with Eric Brando in the finish area, so we're going to hand over to Jeff.
Thanks, guys. So, Eric, you usually race the pro class, so this year you're racing hobby class.
No, I'm too old for the pro class. It's hobby.
Tell us about this year. You're doing something special. You're racing with a female teammate, is that correct?
Yes. It's a nice project with Romanics.
So now you're on to the final. Are you going to get it at full gas?
Maybe. We must go to finish, but not too fast.
That's Eric Brandauer, everyone. Back to you guys.
All right, thanks, Jeff. It seems like all the big fellas are doing fairly well so far. The traction seems to be working out for them.
Yeah, definitely. And I think he's got a trial tire on that bike as well, so he'll be getting maximum traction.
Terrific. So here the start list for the finals of the hobby single class. We've got Jean-Paul Velle of Belgium, Pedro Oliveira, and Ernst Hostetler of Switzerland.
Jean-Paul Velle, he's also a veteran. He's been competing in Romaniacs many times, so he'll be really looking forward to wow the crowd. Chris Dodd has also experienced at these extreme events. He's been to Romaniacs a few times, and if I'm not mistaken, I think he's also raced at the Roof of Africa in Lesotho.
So the guys looking fairly focused there. 20 seconds to go. Still read it even though the sign's upside down.
The gate's about to drop now. Let's see who gets the whole shot.
Oh, cracking start in the far lane there.
These guys are really amazing in the way they jump over these rocks.
Still number 338 leading the field, doing pretty well. A little bit sketchy on the landing there.
Here we go to the lifting point. Let's see what he does. Oh, and clean through. Clean through. It's definitely way faster to try and ride through there than to lift your bike up.
And still number 338 leading the field. This is Gomarin Iñaki of Spain. Look at him go. Also wearing the crowd over there through the forest. No real problems there. No competition. This guy's going to breeze it, surely.
Spain have a lot of really, really talented riders. Not only in Enduro, there's the trial. So there's a lot of competition.
Absolutely, and with obviously Gas being based at Barcelona, aren't they based there? Yeah, they've got a lot of good riders. Obviously, Xavi and Melchior Faja are here. We've obviously got Mark Comer who does the Dakar, beaten this year by Cyril Dupre.
Tony Bow, Adam Raga in the trial, so and a lot of talent coming out of Spain.
Terrific. All right, so yeah, Spain taking it there fairly comfortably. 338, Gomarin Iñaki of Spain. Followed by Pedro Oliveira of Portugal, so a bit of an Iberian battle going on there. Ahead of number 329, that's Chris Dodd of Australia. So how are you holding up, Craig? It's pretty hot out here.
Yeah, it's really hot. I think it's close on 40 degrees here. We're only in the spring here in Romania, so things are going to get a lot warmer, but riders got to keep hydrated and remember what's still to come.
There's Iñaki going over the container there and through the forest. Pretty decent result for him. He'll be looking to do fairly well.
these guys are really blitzing this rock section. You know, in practice it was looking a bit sketchy, but now they found their lines and they're just really blitzing through there.
So obviously this time around there's no Bolton, there's no Lampkin, the Hemingways aren't here. Does this make it easier for a lot of the top guys?
I don't think it makes it any easier. You know, there's still at least 5 or 6 guys that could take the podium. So there's a lot of competition still. I was a bit sad not to see Paul back here this year. He's competed in a lot of Romaniacs, and he's always a good contender for the podium. The Hemingway brothers did really well at the Route of Africa last year, and also at Litzbeck. So it would be nice to see them around here next year, maybe.
Absolutely, and here we are at the expert team class final. Some pretty decent riders in this field. We've got Daniel Neumann of the Czech Republic. He did fairly well early on. We've got Denek Ciprian, also of the Czech Republic. Yeah, they're looking good, the Czechs.
Yeah, Daniel actually won the heat race before this, so he'll be taking a lot of confidence into this race, and he has a great gate position there. We've seen good results from that gate position, so he'll be one definitely to take this one into the final.
Absolutely. We've also got 2 Slovakians here, and Bratislav Hanos and Lubomir Fedor, so a bit of Middle European rivalry going on there, as well as 2 Romanians and a New Zealander. So we'll see how they get on.
Yeah, great to see 2 Romanians in the small final. Hopefully one of them can take it off into the main final for the locals.
Good stuff. So the guys are still doing their pre-race routines, getting loose, limber. Looking at the board girl there.
Cristian Nagy from Romania, he was actually in 3rd place in the hobby team last year, moving up to the expert class this year, so he'll be looking for a good result.
Absolutely. Number 218 there, that's Lubomir Fedor. He's looking very focused in the dark goggles there.
Quite interesting to see him wearing goggles, Tom, because it's quite hot out there. You'd think that the goggles would be misting up a bit, but obviously they're not having any problems. They maybe afraid of some bugs going in the eyes. It's late in the evening.
Yeah, maybe. Or possibly even sponsor issues there. They probably need to wear them.
Yeah.
So here we go, 5 seconds in the expert team class final.
The gate drops and they're off.
Pretty decent start by all the guys. They're all doing fairly well there.
Looks like Daniel Neumann is going for the win again. He's in 2nd position at the moment, but
Martin Bolny's in 1st place, the Czech.
Wow,
look at him go.
Clean through lifting point.
That's by far comfortably the quickest guy through the lifting point. Look at him, he's miles ahead.
Daniel took a different approach there, and it looks like it's hurting him now.
Martin Bolny is still leading this field, and frankly, he can cruise to the final
now. He's got no problem.
Straight through the forest, no real issues there, and into the rock art. Breeze through, no worries at all. Martin Bolny, the Czech rider, barring any major issues, this guy's going to take it by a country mile.
Lubomir Fedor from Slovakia, he's in 2nd place. Looks like there's going to be a fight for 2nd and 3rd here.
Yeah, it looks like 1st is all sewn up. Here we go. Martin Bolny, easy. There's a Czech flag in the background as well. That'll
that's a nice one. So he's straight through to the final now.
Problems there for number 220. That's Pavel Ovidiu Constantine, the local lad of Romania. Looking like he took a different line there and didn't really work out.
Yeah, the line choice is so important. It can make or break you.
Terrific. So yes, Martin Bolny, just confirmation, winning that particular heat, or indeed the final, ahead of Lubomir Fedor of Slovakia, and then number 220, Pavel Constantine.
Great shots here from the prologue here in Sibiu. We've got the RedBull archers, we've got all the spectators coming to see all the riders. It's really hot out there. People are getting pumped.
Absolutely. We'll also take this opportunity to just join us to thank our sponsors, Husaberg, Krieger, Motorex Oil, and Golden Tire. Oh, big ball there.
Looks like he's broken his hand guard off as well, the hand flap. So he'll have to put another one on before tomorrow. Sometimes the guys just get a little bit too excited, they they think I can just make it over this log, and they take a handful of throttle and it just comes back to bite them.
Absolutely. So as you can see, the crowd is still very much here, looking forward to not just the pros, but all the riders here, of course. A lot of people will have come over with family, friends, and it's just a good vibe here today.
Yeah, it's a great atmosphere. You know, Max is really getting the people pumped up. You know, playing good music, and people are ready to see some action.
So here we have the start list of the finals, the expert, the single class. Now these are the guys who are going to be making probably that next step up to the pro class in, fairly soon, I imagine. They're maybe not quite at the level of the pros, but they're not too far off, are they?
No, but Christian Hopper from Romania had a great result at the C2 Sky last year, the RedBull C2 Sky. So he'll be looking to take this one. Mark Morris from South Africa is in there. So he also had a great result in the qualification running. So we're going to have a good race ahead of us. 3 guys from Germany. So let's see what happens.
Absolutely. And also 3 Germans in this particular field. That's Tommy Kunert, Eddie Findling and Benny Menzel. So there might be some inter-German rivalry going on there. Tell me once again, Craig, why is the line so important, especially going into something like lifting point?
As we've seen, you can go from first to fifth in an instant, so you really need to be sure of the line you're going to take and have confidence. And the best thing is always to watch the pros and the faster guys and see which lines they take. Then you give you an idea of where you should go, and hopefully, without any problems, you can make it through to the final. Absolutely.
And on the far right there, you've got one of your countrymen, Mike Morris, on the orange bike there, number 111. Looking fairly fired up. He's going to want to win this.
Yeah, he's really amped to go. He was really relaxed early on, saving his energy. But, Mike has competed at the Roof of Africa. We finished in 8th place in 2009. So he'll be really amped to get going.
And he also finished in 20th place in the pro class of the Romaniacs in 2008. Why is it that he's dropped down to the expert?
He's getting a bit old, I think, now too, just as we heard from Eric Brandau. So, maybe it's a better option. We're just about to get underway here, and they're gone.
And they go cleanly over the first jump, and they're Benjamin Diesel having major problems.
That's a funny for him because Benjamin, he won the race before.
Disaster.
He's going to lose it now. He lost the lead.
His fellow countryman, that's Eddie Findling, also of Germany. Look at him go.
Yeah, Eddie's just blitzing through now. He's clean through the spots. He's just on about the third to last obstacle. And he's got a very, very big advantage over the other guys.
He's taking it fairly easy over those logs.
Yeah, so it'd be better not to make a mistake, but you can't take too long because, it's just as you look behind you, there'll be someone on your wheel.
Ah, cheeky little nod there to the crowd. That's nice to see. There he goes, Eddie Findling in first place. Closely followed by Benny Menzel, and then by...
That's a good question. I didn't quite see that.
I didn't see it either. A decent result for the Germans. They're doing fairly well here.
Yeah, they're doing really well. You get a lot of the guys coming through and racing their fellow mates and their countrymen, and they're just having a great time out there. Mark Morris coming through, he'll be happy just to finish and then get started tomorrow.
Now the Germans probably just want to get through this fairly quickly. I hear there's a small matter of the European Championships where they're playing Holland later on this evening, so they probably just want to get into the pit, change, and go to a pub fairly quickly.
Yeah, go to a pub, drink some beer, watch some football, and just mingle with the locals.
Sounds like a good plan.
Great slow-mo shots here from our camera guys.
Well, everything's good.
How does it feel? Is this your first win?
It's my first win here, and I'm here the first time, and it's great.
Where do you come from?
I come from East Germany, in the middle from Halle and Erfurt.
Looking forward to the next day, tomorrow?
I never navigated before, so I am pretty surprised what the days bring.
Good luck to you, and congratulations.
All right, nice one. Thanks, Jeff. That was Eddie Bindling of Germany. This is his first time here. Pretty good result for a rookie, and I think he might be someone who maybe in the future years might step up to the pro class. He looked really good there.
Yeah, and he looks so fresh and confident at the finish. So he's clearly been putting in some good training, and it looks like it's going to work for him. We're just going into the riders' presentation. It sounds like.
Absolutely, and here it is. This is the pro class final. This is it.
This is the big one. This is what everybody's come to see.
Here's the first in there. There's Johnny Walker.
Can you hear me, Johnny? Okay, good. I have a question for you. Actually, two. Where did you get that wild trial style? And what are your feelings regarding RedBull Romaniacs?
Yeah, I don't know where it came from. Just obviously racing a bit of motocross lately, so I don't know. That's maybe where it's come from. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the race. This prologue's like a bit more what I'm looking forward to. But the main race should be good.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, Johnny. Johnny ne spune că are un background de trial, dar că în ultimul timp a băgat mult motocross. Și de asemenea că se bucură că este aici la Red Bull Romaniacs și că i-a plăcut foarte, foarte mult prologul, că s-a bucurat să fie aici și are așteptări mari cu privire la concurs. Thank you very much, Johnny, and good luck in your race. Cheers, Johnny.
Okay, so that was Johnny Walker. He qualified in first place for the pro class final. Still looking pretty damn good, I'd say, for the win here. Next up, I think we're going to have a look at last year's winner, Graham Jarvis.
Quite interesting to see there, Tom. 7 of the 8 of these pro riders are on 300cc two-stroke machines.
So we're going to hear a little bit from last year's winner, Graham Jarvis.
If you will win and if you will come equal with Cyril Depre with 3 victories here in the Red Bull Romaniacs, will you want to beat his record?
Oh yeah, definitely. I'll be coming back to Romania for many more years, I think. I just love riding it, I enjoy it, so you can't keep me away.
Evident, lui Graham Jarvis îi place mult în România și dacă va egala anul acesta recordul lui Cyril Depre de 3 victorii în cadrul Red Bull Romaniacs, se va întoarce și pentru a izbândi și pentru a depăși acest record. Thank you very much, Graham, and have a great time in our race. Cheers!
So that was last year's winner, Graham Jarvis, in the red overalls. Not used to seeing him in those. I'm pretty much used to seeing him in the black or the blue, so a little bit of a livery change for Graham.
Tom, I almost never recognized the first time I saw him on the bike. He's always worn black. He's nicknamed the Silent Assassin, and it kind of suited him.
Absolutely. And next up we have Xavi Galindo, who had a fairly unfortunate Romaniacs last year with his swimming antics in the lake when he lost his bike. So let's hear from him.
You had to swim last year. Will you want to beat your luck this time?
Yeah, this time is not problem. Last year in the Premier Journey I have a snow snorkel, not problem.
Ok, e pregătit special pentru a nu mai avea ghinion și se bucură și el să fie la Red Bull Romaniacs. Thank you very much. Gracias, Javier Galindo din Spania.
So Xavi Galindo there. Not a man of many words, but he lets his bike do the talk.
Yeah, and Xavi, he won the stage here back in 2009. Had a very unfortunate race last year, so he's definitely looking for a podium position this year.
And next up, we've got Andreas Lettenbichler, or Letty, who won this particular event in 2009, if I'm not mistaken. And
right.
he's on the Husqvarna now, not the BMW anymore. So let's hear what he has to say.
Our online crowd. Andy, you are one of the most aggressive riders out there. Do you think this is your main advantage in the Red Bull Romaniacs?
Maybe we'll see what happens tomorrow and the days after. I'm looking forward for the race and I'm happy to be back in Romania. Thanks.
Okay, thank you very much, Andy. Bineînțeles, și ceilalți rider, Andy Lettenbichler, de-abia așteaptă să vadă ce se va întâmpla în etapele viitoare și se bucură pentru a fi din nou în România. Thank you very much, Andy, and good luck in the
That's
race.
Letty there. You know, he's a pretty talented guy, and a lot of people say that, you know, it's not wishing to be disparaging to his bike manufacturer, that had he been on a more, you know, on a better bike, he might actually do better.
Yeah, he may. You know, it just all comes down to how you fit with your machine.
So now we got Melchior Faha, who's going to say a little bit about how he feels of RedBull Romaniacs 2012.
Melchior Faha. Melchior, tu amor Romania.
Sí, amor Romaniacs. Viva Romaniacs!
Nu e nevoie de traducere, no translation needed. Melchior Faha loves Romania and we love him and we thank him for being here at the RedBull Romaniacs one more time. Cheers, gracias, thank you very much.
So Melchior clearly loves a bit of Romania. Am I reading that correctly? He's on a 250 when everyone else is on a 300. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think that may be right, which is quite an interesting choice because, you know, one would think that the 300 would be more suited to the steep climbs, but you know, Melchior was here last year on a 300, so maybe for him he decided that he'd do better on the 250.
Yeah, and he's not particularly a big dude, so probably it's working out for him.
Yes, I would definitely say so.
And here we have the perennial favourite here at RedBull Romaniacs, Chris Birch, who last year relinquished his crown to Graham Jarvis. Let's see what he has to say.
Online crowd on the internet. I have the feeling you become an institution of this rally. How did it evolve in time?
I don't know about an institution, but this is definitely my favourite race in the world, and I hope to come back until I'm very, very old in the hobby class.
There is nothing else needed. Thank you very much for your kind words. Chris Birch ne spune că este concursul lui favorit în întreaga lume și că se va întoarce de fiecare dată până când va fi foarte, foarte bătrân. We wish you very much luck, Chris, in this year's edition of RedBull Romaniacs, and we hope you'll do well. Cheers!
So that was Chris Birch. Not as confident maybe as you might have thought. I mean, he's coming off the back of a fairly hefty injury. I heard he snapped his cruciate ligaments. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right, Tom. And in the Dakar before that, he broke his ankle. So he hasn't had a very great year so far, and I think he may be feeling the pressure.
Okay, so now we've got the first of two Romanians who have made the final. This will get the crowd pumped up. This is Ervin Kovacs. Yeah, as you can hear from the crowd, they're fairly excited to have one of their guys up there. So we'll hear from the man himself.
A little question for Ervin. I heard you did very well at Erzberg, or you did pretty well at Erzberg this year. Do you have something to prove here?
I am happy.
Okay, so he says that he's happy to be here and that he can prove a few things here at this RedBull Romaniacs, the 9th edition of the rally. Thank you very much. Mulțumim foarte frumos lui Ervin Kovacs, care ne spune că, da, într-adevăr, a demonstrat ceva aici, se simte foarte, foarte bine. Thank you very much. Köszönöm szépen. And now,
so that was Ervin Kovacs, Romania. Now we'll hear from the last of the Romanian riders, Paul Pratler, who's also on a 350. That's a pretty bold choice.
Yeah, he's the only four-stroke in this race, and I haven't ridden the 350 four-stroke, but I've heard great things about it. Let's see what Paul has to say.
What do you expect?
First time I want to make a good place, and I make, and I'm happy for this.
Okay, some simple words, but very, very truthful from Paul. He wants to make a good impression here and he enjoys his position. Paul vrea să facă o figură frumoasă aici la RedBull Romaniacs și sperăm că voi îl veți susține. Thank you very much, Paul, and good luck in the race. Oh, hey!
All right, so those are your 8 finalists in the pro class. All right, Craig, cards on the table. Who are you going for?
I'm going for Johnny Walker. He was really, really impressive in the qualifications, you know, and Graham and Javi are really close behind him, but Johnny is just full of confidence.
Yeah, absolutely. It's difficult to disagree with you there because Johnny just looks a cut above the rest of the guys. He's young, he's hungry, he's super talented. You know, it's been a busy Enduro season so far in June with a few events before this. You know, maybe, you know, stamina, everything else, strength. The guy, maybe he's just unbeatable right now.
Yeah, I think that the confidence really helps him, Tom. You know, he's feeling on top of the world at the moment. You know, there's nothing that he can't do. There's nobody that he can't beat. So it's going to be a really interesting one.
Absolutely. And how much does confidence play a part in this particular game?
No, it's a huge part. You know, it's the difference between whether I can clear a jump or not. And if you hesitate, then obviously you're not going to do it. So if you've got lots of confidence, then, you know, it's always going to help you. But let's not forget about the guys that are chasing him down. You know, we've got Graham Jarvis on the Hoosterberg as well as Javi Galindo on the Hoosterberg, who will be really hungry to get something back and take it away from Johnny.
Absolutely, and Johnny earlier today mentioned that he might not actually want to win this particular event because he'll start first tomorrow, and as a rookie this is quite difficult in terms of navigation. You'd much rather be following maybe on the first day.
I think that may just be talk, Tom, because, you know, there's a lot at stake here. There's so many people that have come out to see him. For me, I think he's still going to go for it. You know, even if he does start out first tomorrow, you know, at worst, he can just maybe sit on his bike at the start and wait for some of the other guys to come and then follow them. But, you know, as I said earlier, the marking is really brilliant this year. So, you know, there's not going to be a problem with navigation or having to rely on the GPS.
Absolutely, and so there's just confirmation of the start list finals in the pro class. We've got Johnny Walker, as Craig was saying, you know, pretty much the man to beat. He's just going to be a super solid rider. And yeah, we're going to look at the rest of the guys to try and peg him back, really.
Yeah, Graham Jarvis there in second. Xavier Galindo as well as Letty. They're all going to be wanting to chase him down.
So the crowd's looking pretty pumped up. Everyone's really looking forward to the super final now.
Yeah, Max is getting the guys going. He's really getting everybody going here.
Go on then, your top three. You've got Walker in first. Who else?
Walker in first, Graham in second, and Javi in third. Letty, though, will give them a really good run. You know, I think Letty and Javi will have a good handlebar bashing session.
Absolutely. I hear a lot this week from you know, some of the more renowned riders and a lot of the experts. What's the difference between a fast rider and a trials rider?
Well, you know, most of these guys here are all from a trials background. You know, if I look at them, I'm not sure any of them that don't have a trials background. So, you know, they all sort of on the same level at that.
All right, so here we go. This is it. 20 seconds to go, and this is the pro class final. A lot at stake here, a lot of pride. These are all top riders. Maybe money doesn't even come into it. This is all about winning.
So the pro section is underway now.
And Jarvis is down to a steaming start, but it's Javi Galindo that goes in ahead of everyone else. And there goes Javi. Look at him go.
Javi is really on it. He got a great jump at the start gate. But look at Johnny Walker. He's closing the gap.
Here we go at lifting point, and it's Johnny Walker. Javi Galindo's had a major problem. Johnny Walker is streaking ahead.
Javi got stuck there.
Can anyone stop this kid? This kid is phenomenal. A tailwind coming off the jump.
He's just flying, Tom. Not even putting his feet down in the rock section.
A completely different line to everyone else. This kid's unstoppable.
Oh, that's going to cause some problems for the other riders.
And Javi Galindo can't get anywhere near Johnny right now. Johnny Walker's going to win this at a canter.
Look at the race there for third position. We've got Graham Jarvis chasing down hard now.
Huge Johnny Walker. Is that a sign of things to come for the rest of the week? Yeah. Javi Galindo there coming in second. And Andreas Littenbeckler in third. And Graham Jarvis in fourth. So Johnny Walker, that's yeah, that was pretty good.
He's just let it down. He's let it down to the others now. You know, he's shown what he can do. So the others are going to be under pressure to catch him in the mountains now.
Absolutely, Johnny Walker just, I mean, like I said earlier, yesterday he just walked into the hotel. The kid just had a swagger. There was something about him. Just there was an aura now of this kid.
When you know. You know, if you really put your mind to it, then like Johnny has, you can take it. I mean, look at the slow motion here. He was in third place. He's pulled it back from third place to win comfortably by about 4 or 5 seconds.
And he chose the outside right line. How important was that?
Yeah, you know, that looked like it was the winning line, but he came third over the second obstacle. So perhaps it wasn't, but you know, he managed to pull it back in the end, and you know, let's just see what happens from here.
And Chris Birch just, you know, bringing up the field, bringing up the rear at the end there. What happened there? Do you think his injury is playing on his mind a little bit?
Yeah, that's quite unusual from Chris. You know, he's won the prologue here before, so he has the speed for it. You know, perhaps his mind is just not in it. You know, he's thinking about his injuries and his knee and that. You know, whether he's saving it for the days to come. You know, it's always on your mind when you have an injury. You don't want to push yourself too hard. You don't want to maybe dab or save yourself with that knee, and because you're scared of it blowing again. So it just could be that.
Absolutely. You yourself, you're coming off the bad injury as well. I mean, is that going to stop you to you know, really go for broke in the field?
Yeah, you know, it's just something that you're always thinking about, and the only thing that will make it better is time in the saddle. So, you know, once you get to riding and you gain more confidence, then it just feels better all the time. But it looks like the crowds are gathering now for the interviews, and we go to the podium as well.
So, Johnny, that was ridiculous. That was probably just as fast as your qualifying time.
Yeah, I'm totally happy with that. Didn't make the best of starts, to be honest, but I managed to I was a little bit quicker through the logs than the others, so I got like in front then, and then just led from there. You know, I did like some stupid log jumps that I don't know what happened.
Now, since you won this, it means you start first tomorrow. Is that an advantage or is it a disadvantage for you?
To be honest, it's probably a disadvantage to me. You know, I've never used a GPS before, but I'm sure I'll get used to it on the track. But I wasn't like, I was hoping for like a second or a third so I could kind of follow the guy in front, but never mind, a win's better than a second in it.
Were you expecting this, though, coming out here and winning the prologue here on your first try here at Romaniacs?
No, to be honest, I've watched a lot of videos on the prologue, and it's always been raining, so when I come in, it was dry. I didn't expect it, and the course is so gnarly, I didn't expect it to be as like the way it is, but yeah, it's been so much fun. I've really enjoyed it.
Are you ready for tomorrow?
Yeah, sure, I'm ready. I'm always ready.
Well, congratulations to you. All right, guys, back to you.
All right, nice one. Thanks, Jeff. Blue eyes, nice hair. You know, he's 21. He's pretty much the best in his class in his sport. I don't think this kid's going to have any problems doing well with the opposite sex.
No, definitely not. You know, he's a youngster. He's got nothing to lose, and as he said, he's always ready. You know, he's just got the world at his feet at the moment.
Absolutely, and as the event winds down and we start looking at giving the prizes to the organisers, we'll also have a look back on just how Johnny Walker did win. I mean, here you can see him; he's in third place behind Xavi Galindo there, but then it just all turns round at lifting point.
Yeah, Xavi had a clear lead, and the lifting point has been biting the riders all day.
And here we just see the tail end of the course where Johnny Walker just breezes through. I mean, it doesn't even look like he's trying.
No, it's just effortless, you know, and it just, you can see the difference of how smooth he is and just clearing the jumps with ease, you know.
Absolutely. I mean, that's the mark of a great sportsman. It's someone who just makes their particular chosen field just look so incredibly easy, and I think Johnny Walker accomplishes that with ease. And confirmation there of the final results in the pro class. We got Johnny Walker winning by a country mile ahead of Xavi Galindo, and Andreas Lettenbichler finishing in third. I think he'll be pretty happy with that.
Yeah, Letty will be very happy with that one. You know, he can go out with confidence tomorrow, and you know, perhaps he wasn't expecting to do so well because he didn't have such a great qualifying runs, but he'll be stoked to be on the podium. Graham Jarvis will be a bit disappointed, but at least he knows in his mind he's got some time to make up on the other guys, and you know, once he's caught and passed them, you know, he's made that time on them, so he'll be really chuffed. Chris Birch may be a bit disappointed, you know, he was in last place there, but there's still a long way to go.
Absolutely. I mean, Chris Birch is one of the best riders out there, you know, in the woods, in the hills. I'm sure he'll make up those places comfortably.
Yeah, Chris is also very familiar with the terrain and how to read the terrain and picking his way up the mountain. So, you know, I don't think he'll be too upset. But you know, it's always nice to do well in front of all the people and you know, have everybody shouting for you and stand on the podium. So, you know, that's what everybody wants at the end of the day. So, you know, we'll have to see what happens.
Absolutely. I mean, Xavi Galindo is another one. He's a bit of an enigma coming into this. You know, he came third at Hell's Gate. The guy, you know, he's got a proven track record. You know, he couldn't really do some damage at this event.
Yeah, he could. You know, unfortunately for him in 2009, he broke his leg after he won one of the stages. But you know, Xavi just has, every time he has something going wrong for him. So I really hope for him that this year everything is smooth. He doesn't have any problems, and he'll end up with a great result.
Absolutely. I mean, last year we also saw him on the final day. I think he was in 4th place overall, and you know, he was looking good for a podium finish, but then, you know, all disaster. He lost his bike in a river. He had to swim across, you know, not a river, a lake, and some locals had to fish him out and change his clothes. He finished 6th overall.
It got quite interesting for him, but perhaps also, you know, he's also still young. He just needs to get a bit of experience under the belt, and, you know, maybe, you know, going faster, going slower, you have to go slower to go faster. So, you know.
Absolutely, and as we start handing out the prizes of the finals, we'll just remind ourselves of who won in the particular pro class. There's again Johnny Walker ahead of Xavi Galindo and Andreas Lettenbichler. So pros are looking fairly evenly matched.
Yeah, they are looking. You know, Johnny was quite far ahead there, but you know, he is like we were saying earlier, I'm not used to this area, and whereas Letty has been here many times before, you know, Graham was the defending champion, so it's going to get interesting.
Absolutely, and once again, we'd just like to thank our sponsors for today, and that will be Husaberg Bikes, Krieger, Motorex Oil, and Golden Tire, who I'm sure all 4 will feature fairly heavily over the course of the week with all the riders.
At the RedBull Arch, at the end of the course, for the prize-giving ceremony. Thank you very much, and make it fast, make it happen.
So what about an outsider? Have you got someone that you've seen today who you think, you know, probably we'll stick to the pros. You know, Kendall Norman looked pretty good, didn't he? Obviously, you know, he's someone to possibly look out for. He's got nothing to lose here.
No, he doesn't. He was looking really impressive, and he's also fired up. So, you know, let's see what happens. You know, he'll be not used to the terrain. He's a Baja champion. It's completely the opposite. But he'll be keen just to get underway and get going and try and prove something to the other guys as well as to himself.
We expect Christian Strandberger for the photo and Erich Brandauer for the photo, and both to receive their prizes.
So Eric Brandauer is taking the win there in the hobby class. A bit of trophy hunting from him, but yeah, he'll be happy with that.
There he is, a big fella on the left, making his way to the top step of the podium. Gonna get up now.
Okay, applause. Big ups for the 3 guys.
These guys really impressed me, as I said earlier. You know, they were clearing all the jumps, clearing all the logs, breezing through the rocks. You know, the level of the riders is just getting better and better each year.
Once again, I mean, you know, I don't want to pick on Eric. You know, he had a phenomenal performance, but you know, once he's out there in the sticks, is his body mass, is that going to work against him at all?
I don't think so. You know, he's shown before that he can ride a bike, and he's done really well in the past. So, you know, and he seems to be really at home on that KTM freeride bike. So he's going to have a great time.
He seems to be fairly at home up there on the podium as well.
Big ups for the riders. Take the pictures. Whoa, what was that?
So yeah, that was the hobby team. Eric Brandauer, he did pretty good there.
Moving on with the hobby singles category.
Yeah, Eric will be excited to get into the mountains as well and just have fun on this freeride bike.
Jean-Paul Vere.
Looks like we're going into the hobby single now.
Absolutely, and in 3rd place we've got Jean-Paul Vele there, who's sporting, is that a Jägermeister top? What is that?
It looks like, you know, JP is he's quite a joker. He likes to have a lot of fun, and you know, he's no stranger to this event. You know, he's been contesting in the hobby class for quite a few editions now, and he'll be really happy to be up there.
Absolutely. He'll be joined on the podium by Pedro Oliveira, who finished in 2nd place. And if they find him, if he's not celebrating already a little too early, Iñaki Gomarin in Spain as well.
Iñaki Gomarin, the winner of the hobby single category.
There's Iñaki sporting a But what would you call that? That's a fairly colourful attire.
Discotheque.
Take the pictures.
Yeah, it kind of looks like Inyaki's heading to a rave right now. And we seem to have lost Pedro Oliveira. Maybe he started his celebrations early.
From the expert team category to be prepared for the prize giving ceremony. Thank you very much. Hanus Rastislav, Lubomir Fedor, and Martin.
Is that a piercing on his lip?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Well, we don't want to rip that one out.
No.
Okay, champagne.
Oh, there's champagne everywhere.
RedBull Romaniacs girls.
Impressive scenes here from the RedBull Romaniacs Prologue.
Thank you very much for being on the podium. And we move on with the experts team category.
Okay, so that was the hobby single class, and next up we're going for the expert team, which was a pretty keenly fought contest in the final.
Rastislav Hanus, third place. Please come to the
Yeah, Martin Volny was taking it away there from Fedor Lubomir.
Hanus Rastislav. Third position.
Absolutely, and there we have Bratislav Hanus. He finished in third place in the expert team class. He'll be also joined on the podium by Lubomir Fedor and the winner of the particular class, Martin Volny.
Second position in the experts team category.
Oh, crumbs, the RedBull Arts almost came down there.
The winner of the experts team category, Martin Volny!
And here comes Martin Volny to take the top step on the podium. Or is he? I can't think why you wouldn't want to go up there and spray the girls with champagne.
Yeah, this is a perfect opportunity for him. And it looks like that Lubomir and Ratislav are actually teammates. You know, in these qualifying races, you don't get to race with your teammates, but it looks like they've finished in second and third together. So those guys are really going to be a force out there in the next few days.
So I understand Martin Volny is not going to go and receive his prize and douse the ladies in champagne, which seems crazy to me, quite honestly. So it's just left for the teammates to celebrate a second and third place on the podium, and that's pretty decent for a team to both finish on the podium.
Yeah, it's a great result from the two of them. You know, they'll be happy to get into the mountains now and show the rest of them what they can do.
Make the shower count.
I hope these guys aren't married.
Well, Martin will be disappointed to be missing out on this as well.
Absolutely. There'll be two girls who'll be pretty disappointed not to be stepping up on the top step of the podium there, but at least they serve themselves a champagne shower.
Okay, and we ask the following people to prepare. Dean, Nato, Tommy Kunert, and Eddie
Next up now, we're going to have the expert single podium. That's Dean Nuttall, who finished in third place, and then behind the Germans of Tommy Kunert and Eddie Findling.
RedBull Romaniacs 9th edition. Second position, Tommy Kunert.
So yeah, Tommy Kunert, who was the European and German champion, I understand. And then on the top step of the podium, we'll have Eddie Findling, who in 2010 finished second in the German Enduro Cup. That's good pedigree right there.
Yeah, that's good pedigree. You know, these guys are bringing a bit of experience here.
The winner of the expert single category, Eddie Findling.
They'll definitely be drinking down a lot of those Red Bulls in the next couple of days to keep them going.
Absolutely. There he is, the event rookie winning the expert single class. He'd be pretty happy with that. That's an impressive performance.
It's a really impressive one, and he'll really boost his confidence now. You know, he knows what he can do, and he can take it to the other guys.
Absolutely, a lot of confidence. Even for a redhead, he's got a lot of confidence up there.
This is every boy's dream, you know. Eddie is a young guy, and he's probably dreamed of being up there on this podium, and now it's finally come true for him.
Absolutely. Eddie not getting involved with the spraying though. He's probably saving that champagne for later. The guys really aren't getting into it, are they? They've got if I was up there, I'd just be going all over them, all over them.
Second place, and Dean Nato, third place.
So there we go. There's your podium for the expert single class. Dean Nuttall in third place, Tommy Cunard in second, and Eddie Findling, the rookie, winning the expert single class.
We're getting ready now for the big guys. These are the top men in this competition, and they'll be happy to be up there and have some fun.
Third position, pro category.
Absolutely, I think everyone's going to be pretty interested to see how Johnny Walker does for the rest of the week. But today he was completely untouchable.
Yeah, he completely blitzed the field.
There we see Letty coming in third place. Super happy with that. He looks pretty stoked. And yeah, a little bit of energy drink rivalry going on there. And Javi Galindo coming in second place. The guy looked pretty good in the free riding yesterday that we filmed, and yeah, I think he's going to be a real outsider for this.
The great thing about this extreme enduro racing is that all these guys are good friends. They're always talking to each other after the race and laughing and joking and helping each other out, and it's just a great vibe here.
And here he comes, the man of the moment, the guy that beats. Everyone's looking up to this kid now. He's no longer the rising star. He is now the star, I'd say.
Yeah, he's the one to beat. Everyone will be watching him. Everyone will be just seeing, what he's up to, and hopefully trying to catch up to him.
I've heard a lot of people saying, that he's the new Tadej Blazusiak. He's, nothing can stop him now. He's just going to go from strength to strength. Do you feel the same?
Yeah, definitely. He's got youth on his side. He just wants to accomplish as much as he can.
Those girls must be loving it. He's a good looking
Here we
man
go. Look
well.
at Letty.
Letty's a veteran. He knows what to do.
Yeah, he's under control. He's always a joker and likes to entertain everybody.
Yes, Johnny. Look at him go. That's what you want.
He'll be doing that quite a few times in his lifetime.
Johnny getting a good rub down there by the Red Bull girls. Good stuff. Okay, so that was it from us, from both myself and Craig. Thanks very much, Craig.
Yeah, thanks, Tom. It was really entertaining today. Don't forget that it doesn't stop here. You can log into the website www.redbullromaniacs.com and watch the guys each day and see what's happening out there on each stage of the mountains.
Absolutely. We've got web clips, we've got blogs, we've got all sorts of articles and photos going up all week. So best stay tuned and enjoy the rest of the week.
Ok, la vedeți următoare. RedBull Romaniacs numărul 9 continuă. Cheers, danke schön, mulțumesc.